Hello, welcome to my channel. I today am doing a flavor review and ingredient breakdown of the All Nutrition Abe pre-workout, and I'm doing a flavor review of the Baddy Berry flavor. So I just want to tell you guys about how effective all the ingredients in this are, as well as what they do, and then a flavor review, and then I will give you my final thoughts. I got this for $18 on a clearance rack at Walmart, and let me say, dude, if you can get this shit on discount, it's really fucking solid. Anyway, I tried this yesterday, but I dry scooped it, so flavor review now, but I can also give you my thoughts on how it actually worked. So we'll go with this. Here I have a little bit mixed in. We're just gonna give it a solid flavor review. Then we'll get into the ingredients. Bottoms up. Okay, interesting. It's not bad. It's pleasant, I would say. It tastes like a berry flavor thing, but I couldn't really give you kind of a relative flavor, something similar it could taste to, if that makes sense. But yeah, imagine like your most stereotypical store-bought berry flavored candy, and then unsweeten it a little bit with like the tartness, a little less sweet, but a little more like artificially. And I'd say you feel pretty close, but it's not bad at all. So let me kill this. Let's go into the ingredients. I have everything written down here, so. But reading down the line, there are 40 I don't want to read the milligrams, I'll get to that. But niacin, vitamin B12, sodium, choline, citrulline, malate, beta-alanine, caffeine, choline, L-tyrosine, L-theanine, taurine, xanamide, methylliberine, synactive, estrogen, and huperzine A. Simply, pretty solid stuff, and I'll go into the doses now. So with the vitamins, which are niacin, B12, sodium, and choline, first off, all of those are dosed pretty well. The sodium's a bit low, so if you want an extra pump, just have some table salt with it. The one that is underdosed out of the 4 vitamins, which doesn't matter much, is the choline. It is dosed at 82.5 micrograms, or milligrams, sorry. Milligrams, yes. Milligrams, yeah. The effective dose of choline is 500 milligrams, but ultimately, it's a vitamin. It doesn't matter. You don't fucking need it. Now onto the actual real shit. So, my favorite that it has is L-theanine. L-theanine is a focus ingredient and helps with a lot of shit. Helps with your brain effectively firing. You can use it for sleep, you can use it for workouts, you can use it for focus. It's all around a great one. The effective dose is 200 milligrams, and the pre-workout has 200 milligrams. If you heat it a little bit, you'll have a little extra. So, really happy about that. Next up, for the pump, there is citrulline malate at 6 grams. Citrulline malate basically just turns into arginine, which is a vasodilator. So basically, if your blood vessels are like this, they'll go like that. Put simply, that's all that citrulline malate does, and the effective dose of citrulline malate is 6 to 8 grams. This has 6 grams, meaning it is an effective dose at delivering you a proper pump. Next up is the infamous tingle ingredient. Honestly, the degree of how much you get tingles is kind of dependent on your tolerance. So, I can't tell you what it is, but it does have enough that I felt a little bit of a tingle, especially on my lips when I, drank that just barely. So if you want that, go for it, but it doesn't have insane effects on performance. So, all up to preference. Next up, on the dopamine thing, this is pretty much the only thing besides choline that's underdosed, is L-tyrosine. L-tyrosine is in a dosage of 200 milligrams in this pre-workout. This is criminally underdosed. Now, it's supposed to help with dopamine, which, helps out with workout. You need 10 grams if you're like 200 pounds, which, I'm like 215, 216. So this is not an effective dose whatsoever to deliver you proper dopamine things. But that's pretty much the only thing. Next up for focus is something called dynamite. This is just for focus. It is 140 milligrams, and the effective dose is 140 milligrams. Right on the fucking money. So they nailed it with that. For energy, similar compound to teocrine, if you know that, like longer releasing caffeine, but not really, is dynamine. Um, the effective dose is 50 to 150 milligrams, and it is dosed at 100 milligrams, right in the middle. So, pretty good. Next up is a thing that helps boost absorption in of the ingredients in your small intestine. Is something called estrogen. The effective dose is 50 milligrams. Pre-workout has 50 milligrams. And finally, for focus, this is one I couldn't find a definitive answer on very well, but huperzine A in the pre-workout is dosed at 90 micrograms, and the effective dose is really hard to find. I found a lot of different things, so I put it in a wide net between 60 to 200 micrograms. This is dosed at 90 micrograms, which is right in the middle. So you should have decent focus with this. And then finally, caffeine is at 350 milligrams. So like 2.25 monsters, if you can imagine that, pretty much. 2.25 of monster. Anyway, a lot of things. So what did I personally think about this pre-workout when I had it, when I drank it? How was it? It was good. It was good. When I got this like clearance, this pre-workout on clearance for like $18, dude, I am mind blown at how effective it was. Now, the lock-in like was, I'd say, the biggest strong point of this pre-workout. You definitely notice like a much stronger focus aspect in your workouts. Um, but yeah, that was, I think, the biggest thing. And then it had a lot of caffeine, so I had a little bit of difficulty like falling asleep later in the night, which is a bit funny, but whatever. A lot of caffeine, so you really feel that energy thing. So solid energy, solid focus. Pump was, had pump ingredients, and it's like it helps, but it wasn't like insane, like insane pumps I get with like Rise Godzilla and mixed with Pump Daddy. No, nothing like that. But honestly, you can get a solid pump with focus and energy. It's just about how hard you try. Yesterday was a fucking like push day. I was doing military press. I'm doing bench press or incline press, right? And then like dips and shit, right? I wasn't going for a freaky pump there, so I'm not sure how effective it was. But honestly, as far as like effective pre-workouts go, this shit is nuts. And it's priced at like $35. And it's like, okay, that's like a mid-grade pre-workout. Like, and it's like, honestly, it feels like a low high end. I'd say mid-grade is like a bit of a hurtful thing to call it. This is better than Woke AF in terms of my personal experience, right? And it's at a similar price point as Woke AF by Bucked Up, or like it's way better than like the mid-grade like Rise pre-workouts, way fucking better, right? And I got this for $18. If this was constantly priced at $18, no joke, I would say this is the best pre-workout anyone can get. Bang for their buck, it is there. You got it. And the flavor isn't horrendous either. So, do I recommend this? Yeah. You watched the video? The fuck? I recommend this pre-workout, but only on the condition that you can probably get it on like a sale or something. If you can get it on a sale for like 25% off or something, maybe 20%, 10, 15% off, worth it every time. Full price is a bit high, but if there's like a sale going on, snag it, dude. Snag it, snag it, snag it. And I really like that I got this for $18. I cannot word that enough. I actually got two of them. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.